Hi, I want to make a quick video on this idea of culture and how that can cause complications. The diversity, the discrepancy, the difference is what causes the conflict, but the conflict is the very nature of the reality that we're living in. Redundancy and redundancy over and over again, and how uniqueness can only cause problems, and how the same thing, the thing that causes the meaning in life is the uniqueness, but the uniqueness is the same thing that causes the problem, the difference, the discrepancy, the thing that causes conflict. And if we try to mitigate against that kind of conflict, we're mitigating against any kind of meaning that we find in this life. It's all about the fight, all about the chase, all about the momentum moving forward to an end, leading to some kind of, leading to giving the thing that happened a final context into the existence, something that happened. But we're all part of this existence, so our context of us is only an illusion. The context is a part of this whole existence, and once we die, the whole existence of us still continues because there's still something existing out there. So regardless of us existing, consciously, our experiences doesn't mean anything. We can be a dead body still, and we can still have some kind of context existing beyond us, because our existence, our effects, we still bumped into things. We still exist. We happen to be one of the bumps, and almost in a way, even if we weren't here, there's still bumps that would have made us, that are bumping around, causing all sorts of things, regardless of this consciousness. There's something moving over there that, over there that could have just as been easily as been me, and it's having the same effect. Sort of like, it almost begs the question of why are we who we are? Why am I not that person? It's me, this whole me brain thing. Why am I not that person? Why am I me, and not them? Why am I me and not them? Why did I come out as this existence? If something else happened, would I still exist? If the universe came to explode again, or if it recurred again, would I be myself? Would the exact world or the exact circumstances of this world be myself? Or could I exist, all the molecules and things that make up me, all the different pieces, could exist in some other world as well? Or whatever it may be. Or would everything have to happen the exact same way? Why am I me? Why am I this body? Why am I me? Obviously, that comes down to the question, there is no me. I am just a projection. This projection is based off of all these different things happening around us, so it almost completely defeats the point of the question, why am I me? Well, there's no me, there's just a projection and you interacting with this environment. There's no, well, why am I not that person? Why didn't I come out as that person? Why is my not conscious, not that person? Because you're just a mechanism, a piece in this whole big game tool that's moving around, interacting. You're just an irrelevant piece based on the crude forces that are moving around, so it almost defeats the question, the point, why did I not exist as that person in their consciousness? Because that's irrelevant at that point, because once you recognize the true mechanism, it leads to a dead end. All these things lead to dead ends unless you want to keep asking the question. That goes down to the idea of not accepting things. You can't accept the truth. So yes, I am who I am, but there's no I, there's no me, there's just a projection, things happening, interacting. There's no me. I'm just, I feel like I'm moving my hands and I'm doing something, but this is just based off some kind of interaction that's happening based on cause and effect, the internal mechanism based on the crude forces that created me as well, causing an interaction based on other interactions in and outside of this piece in the big puzzle moving around and interacting, even the pieces in the air moving around and interacting with me. So all these things explain away the question of why am I me and not someone else, because you're just a piece, and your projection is just a piece, and your projection, this awareness, is just a piece of the moving puzzle that's moving around. You couldn't be anyone else other than thinking in a hypothetical situation. So I want to get to the main point real quick. So this idea of culture and things like that, differences in culture and uniqueness, that only causes the problem with the thing that creates like the cultures of communism, socialism, governments, different world governments, different countries having different conflicts, having different standards for things, having different understandings, the small group thinking, creating a large group thinking, how small groups and different groups and conglomerating a smaller group into a bigger group, combining them can create a different, dynamic, and things like a small group can have one majority, and then all of a sudden when you combine all the groups, when all the groups are together instead of just one group, the majority becomes a minority that wasn't that one group, and so on and so forth, and how that can become complicated. Sort of like intersubjectivity and all that kind of stuff. How that makes it's irrelevant because there's an objective truth regardless of our projection that we have on this world, our opinions. Obviously, our opinions are in existence because they're something that's moving, that's causing an opinion. It's something that is existing. It's a process that's happening in our brain, and that's where we're using words and applying these things and different concepts based on our vocal cords, using the idea of thinking in words, leading to words thinking, causing these kinds of concepts to move around, and this interaction's happening and causing these kinds of things. So this idea of this culture thing is complicating, and it's causing all sorts of problems. But it's the very thing that causes the meaning. So if we're trying to make things better, we're trying to consolidate, we're trying to become progressive and more progressive. And the more progressive we come to, the more of a dead end wall we reach. And obviously, it's about creating those differences. There's creating a fork in the road, creating all those different aberrant, all those different options that creates some kind of meaning. But once we reach an end, that's all there is an end and uniqueness. And so we're striving for uniqueness, but the uniqueness is the same thing that causes this conflict. We're trying to find ways to make ourselves cyborgs. We want to be one. We want to be one. We want to have the singularity. We want to cause something great. And the only thing that's different is the non-different. That's the only thing that we haven't experienced really so far to this extreme, and that's the thing that we're striving for. And once we strive for it, we're going to be hungry for the different again? It's almost begging the question of something like that and understanding how the mechanism is working. So uniqueness is what we're striving for, but the uniqueness that we want to be one with each other causes some greater meaning beyond what we've really experienced, some kind of feeling of one, which is a psychological projection that we're projecting onto something. Well, that's the very same thing that's causing the problem, is projection, moving forward, reaching dead ends, then wanting for something else. It's sort of like the day-to-day. You're hungry, you get full, you want something else, you want something new, and you move on into that same mechanism that's at work. It's a very one side, the other side kind of linear mechanism that's working. So yes, and uniqueness and things like that. So that's all I wanted to say, and wanted to make this a quick video. So I'm sorry if I talk too fast again, but thank you, and until next time, bye.